You're hilarious, bro. We are so impromptu. How impromptu are you? That's actually pretty freaking funny, bro. Right? This is what I can do. All right. Bringing that light to earth. I add that one right there too, just in case. You know what I'm saying? All righty, here we go, y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco in northwest of Mexico. How are you? I'd like to welcome you all to our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report as we do every Ilowa Raphael. And I am here with my magnificent brother, beloved brother, in whom I am well pleased, and he is...
This is Brother Alim here with Living Master, Brother Hassan.
Hilarious. You're hilarious, bro.
Throw a curveball on that one. It's Brother Alim, all is well. And you know, my bros also sometimes, they call me.
Braveheart, Braveheart. Which, by the way, right, all day today, we have been in the FIQ zone, FIQ, right? We've been in the FIQ zone. That is jurisprudence. Look it up for yourself, right? Being the inherent Sufis that we are, respectfully saying, not bragging, just speaking on the spirit in which we actually do what we do sincerely in being jurisprudently equipped. Let me just say it like that. So
bring it down below for those that don't understand. We've been in them trenches for you to get it on that.
And the real ones, not the socially engineered, I'm so hood and all. It's like, wow. That's not real. What's real is, can you really comprehend what it is that you need? Can you be yourself? All that lower self stuff is nothing. However, can you, have the halo necessary? You know what I mean?
Food for thoughts is what they finna be.
Indeed, you already
me and
know.
Bros, we on a winning streak. No
all day, man.
We don't do simply. Yeah. But listen,
I know, right?
I don't think Brother Corey dropped that out, yo. That's been on replay.
I know, right? No tendencies.
Cities. Chief Justice Mosley been busy. That make your head spin dizzy.
Yo.
Everything gonna fly. I do that.
It's actually very, very beautiful, bro. We've just been really enjoying ourselves, guys, and you can clearly see. And what I'm about to do is bring up our calendar to show you guys what it is that we're going over today for our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report. So let me bring up the calendar, all right? First of all, let me go and do the screen share here, right? And as you can see, it is I and Brother Sean Alim. So we're going to A-B day this thing. Brother Sean is going to start off with Thursday while I go and edit on the fly in the background, right? And what I am going to bring here, boom, shakalaka, tick-taka, don't stop. As you guys can see, we're going to be going over Sagittario. However, let's take it back to the cover, right? Shall we? And we'd like to welcome you to our, again, 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, 7HealStar Astro Calendar, March Aries 2022 to February Pisces 2023. Time never was when man was not. And we are quoting El-Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, doing religious corporate activity, being prophet, noble, Drew Ali. All right. So with that being said, again, guys, we are going over the moon cycle, all righty, called month, all righty, pertaining to when the sun is transiting the fire sign Sagittario, all right, with dealing with the archer or the hunter, anciently and contemporarily ruled by Jupiter. And then the earth sign Capricornio, right, dealing with the sea goat, not just the goat, however, sea goat, all righty. Actually, sharing bodies, half of bodies with Cetus, the whale constellation. All righty, go and actually do some actual sacred astronomy and really do this astrology, not just, some people out here just may have their wire crystals, their copper wire wrapped too tight around their crystals. You know what I'm saying? That's so tight that it's just like, yeah, wire crystals. So anyway, with that being said, I'm serious, bro. You already know. It's like, all righty, let's present some honorable astrology.
Oh, I can't wait for Brother Corey's response, yo.
You already know, broski doski. However, here we go. Anciently ruled and contemporarily ruled by Saturn, that's Capricorn, right? So this is the sun transits that we're looking for this particular month that is called De Sombra, right? The 10th month, right? After the vernal equinox, that is. And so what we're actually looking at here, guys, we're going to make sure that we go over the 15th to the 21st. And so for Thursday, right? Thursday, it is Brother Sean Alim L with the 15th with those three transits there. I for the 16th for the third quarter moon, as the moon actually is going void, of course, at 14:23 Eastern, which is 2:13 post meridian Eastern, as it makes its egress from Virgo and then ingressing Libra. 17th is Brother Sean Alim L with those four testimonies there. For Sunday, it is I for those three testimonies, and then that lunar ingress into Scorpio after that. Actually, that first, void of course is about, if I'm not mistaken, 36 minutes. Second one is about 4 hours and 55 minutes to be exact.
Yeah, it's like 4:55.
Yeah, 4 hours and 55 minutes. All righty. So when I had those three testimonies in that one lunar ingress, then Brother Sean has the heavy load for Moon Day for the sextile between Luna and Venus for the 19th. And then for the 20th, it is I that has two testimonies, a Jupiterian ingress back into Aries, and then three testimonies pertaining to Luna. Then on the 21st, and then actually, there's another void of course moon that I will end off with. Sean coming on the 21st. That's about 4 hours and 27 minutes, right?
Yeah, you got the three void of courses.
Wow, I got all three void of courses. Look at that. That is amazing, actually. Because I got the 16th, 18th, and the 20th, yeah. So I'll be making sure you guys make sure to not make any major transactions on those days. And then for the 21st, Brother Sean Alim L is going to close on out with that lunar ingress into Sagittario, right? And then he has a harmony, right? A harmonious aspect between Lunar and Jupiter. So it's a lunar Jupiterian trine there. Then a solar ingress on the same day. All righty, about 14 hours and 36 minutes after the lunar ingress into Sagittario, right? We will see that we have Sol ingressing Capricorn. Then Brother Sean will close out with the final two testimonies for the 21st. So let's get this thing going, guys. We're going to do some flash testimonying here, all righty, and just bring these things up accordingly, actually, and enjoy ourselves, right? So with that being said, let me actually stop the screen share here. And the screen share over here. And there we go. Sharing the screen, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me actually move this thing on forward, right? Okay, let's get on out of there, right? Make sure I'm looking at this correctly, all right? Is it the day first? Let's actually see. Right. That's interesting how it did that. This is what I'll actually do. Let's see. Let's do 12, 15, 2022. Unless I have it set differently. We're about to actually see. Let's see. Let's apply the date there. And if not, it will be different. All righty. Is it taking us? It says 10th instead of 15th, but that's fine. That's exactly what I thought. Okay. So that's actually pretty cool. So I'll see what I have here. So let's do 1512, right? 2022, right? And let's actually get that thing going there, guys, and enjoy it. Boom shakalaka. It should have now the 15th December. Cool. So we're going day, month, year. You guys see that date there. You're like, what's the 15th month? No, it's because we're not doing month, day, year. We're doing the day, month, year there. And that is excellent. So with that being said, I'm going to yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased. Let's make sure I got this thing right here.
Oh, bro, you give me the remote control too, and I can do it for you while you go with Ian.
Let's see. I mean, why not? You already know. Build this thing while we fly it, bro. So
Hey, last time it was pretty good, for real.
It's long. I can't knock it. So there it is. Let me make sure I got this thing actually muy correcto. So that's it for the 15th. Okay, cool. Got it all worked out. And I'm going to yield the floor to you, bro. It's long.
That's long. Alrighty, so yeah, we're at Thursday. This is sunrise, the sun conjunct the ascendant. Soul's at 23 degrees. So make sure you go stream the album Faith by Faith Evans. Joking, but yeah, this day here is have some faith, right? We know Jupiter rules Sagittarius. He's at 29 degrees in the third house. So on this day, just what's that movie I'm hearing? Oh yeah, just let yourself glow. Partner singing voice.
Right.
I'm not like
coming to America, right?
Will you sing that for me, bro? Just let yourself go.
I think you're doing it the best at this point.
Some other timeline, right? But yeah, guys, just for this day, just have some faith in yourself. Have faith that all is well. And just trust and love yourself. The midheaven, see where Leo at? Oh, it's intercepted. So yeah, be charitable, be loving to yourself, be kind and caring to others as well, because we are just reflections of mirror. And so yeah, the collective will start to see a shift in their mental and their how they operate for themselves. And with that, I will yield and get into first aspect of the day. Put my calendar up so I can do that for bro when I go in. So we have a lunar Mercurian trine. So this is some harmony here. This is some celebrate good times here. Right. Right. We have Luna, which look at that. Luna in the 10th house, 12 degrees Virgo. We know that Mercury is the same 12 degrees Capricorn. All right, so this is current 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses away from each other, guys. 10 and 2. 10 is all about career, status, ambition. For some, like to use that, or just long-term goals. Second house is finances, material possessions. So with this here, this Mercurian lunar trine here, yeah, this is getting organized, right? As we know that Mercury is slowing down, about to start that retrograde shadow phase. So this is just getting your mind and your career together. Some of you could be getting a raise or enjoying themselves, or look at that south note there. Someone could be, man, that's almost kind of like a midpoint.
Yeah, Sunday.
Interesting. Yeah. So, and it's sextile. Yeah. So yeah, there's an opportunity to really leave the past in the past, right? If you're looking forward to just moving forward with what you do in life and what you would like to do, I'm pretty sure that a lot of beings, a collective, have really been seeing things change for them, right? Making necessary changes to themselves, to those around them, and just how they value themselves. So yeah, the opportunity to move forward is really coming through with some clarity here for that. And finally, yeah, just let yourself shine this day. This is all about not letting anyone make you feel small. So you're able to take the details and ways that you can nurture yourself here and really writing. So get into the writing, get into studying, or even just journaling more with this energy, or just gathering everything together to make your next step. And with that, I will yield. All right, guys. So next up, we have a lunar Martian quartile here with like a square. So this is just some stimulating energy here. We know that Luna is still in Virgo, right? You know, word, seventh house. Okay, cool. All right. Mars in retrograde in Gemini, seventh house. So yeah, this is all about mental stimulation here. So Luna is all about Luna and Virgo. That's like cleaning, right? Cleaning, organizing, routine, health. Mars and Gemini is all about just being active, seeing the dual nature sides, and it's in the seventh. So this is all about partnership. So I think some for any of those that are you know, in relationships, or just those that are in business partnerships, I think the collective really could be seeing the lighting of energy when they start to study some contracts, to study things that they're not used to. Right, Luna and Virgo in the ninth. So yeah, this is like going through your old books, taking some notes, maybe some gems, nuggets that you might have come across back in the day. He's like, oh wow, hey, look at this, I forgot all about that. And now you can see that in a new light so that you can deliver that to your partner. Like I said, Mars is still retrograde. They're being ruled by Mercury. So would you look at that? Final dispositor is Mercury. So Mercury's in the first. Yeah, this is all about uplifting your status. Someone could be even maybe getting some changes done, maybe to not themselves or their land conveyance, possibly, or finding new ways to communicate, or they had the clarity on how they weren't able to communicate as clear as they would like to, right? So yeah, with that, lunar Martian squares is just stimulating for contracts and foreign wisdom. So learning jurisprudence and learning why contracts run the so-called world, why they're so important, right? And I think what you reflect on the inner Mars, on how you think you know, right, or how things have seemed to be, that Luna and Moon in Virgo would give you just that energy to really sort and pick things out, so that now you can bring that developments to help you see the bigger picture. And with that, I will yield. All right, so next up, we've got a lunar Uranian trine here. Hey, look at me again, seventh house. Hi, yay. All right, let's see, Luna's in the seventh, 15 degrees Virgo, so that is the exaltation of Mercury being in Virgo. Uranus is at 15 degrees Taurus. I think that's either like influential or leader, self-made man. I think it's one of those degrees in there. So seventh and third, right? So this is opportunity to have some mental clarity, right? Uranus and Taurus, and the third is retrograde. So for those that have been like thinking about like maybe like investing in some things, or just taking some trips, or even this is like possibly traveling, right? Not driving, just taking a little short trip somewhere, because you might have seen a concert or something near you, or one could be looking to take their partner somewhere as a surprise, just somewhere short. They heard them talking about like, hey, this is like, I took you here because I heard you say it's like one of your favorite spots. Yeah, Luna and Virgo in the seventh. Yeah, this is finding value and the service that you give to yourself and to give to others. Because the light will be shined upon you, right? Sun's ruling from the 10th, right? And that faith. So having some faith and your goals, like for those that will look to, they would say like work for themselves, entrepreneurship. I think the opportunities for some will really be coming through. For others, you could really like just learn more about yourself, and just the most unusual ways that might have not been clear before. Saturn's ruling ascendant. So yeah, changing your appearance and identity. Might that be good for you? With that, I will yield. Is that the last one for the day? That is.
Absolutely. Let me get this going here with the ascendant, right? And put the 0 there on the conjunctiones, right? Alrighty, and finishing out here for Zodiac Constitution, right? So actually, as I see here, there is actually, it's at 24 degrees Sagittarius, guys. So actually, with that being said, we already know with the solar ascendant conjunction, we're really bringing our creative energies forward. You know what I mean? We're really expressing ourselves in a way that is absolutely fortunate for us to really bring the light to how driven we can be in, our immediate areas in our life. Like Brother Sean said, 23 degrees is the faith degree pertaining to Sagittarius. However, the 24th degree, if you're really looking at where it is, honestly, you would be actually seeing Lasath, right? Which is, if I'm not mistaken, Gamma Scorpii, right? All right. So with that being said, it has a nature of Mercury and Mars. So if you think that the sun and ascendant where they are being conjunct, that particular star is associated with acid, danger, no acids, right? So you might feel yourself burping, having a little acid reflux type energy, danger, desperation, and immorality. So guys, what you can really do here is allow yourselves to center yourselves, do a little bit of reading and learning so that you do not go off of doing things in a way that, you'll find yourself in foreign areas. However, really communicate and find out what the values are and comfortably structuring yourself, especially when it comes to your long distance communications. Alrighty, so that you won't allow yourself to partake in immorality because you're actually taking time to value your own thinking. Alrighty, and really allowing yourself to really inherit, so to speak, a means to, have a fated interaction, while the fascination and denial could actually be your guide in not being disappointed, so to speak, in the activities in which you partake in, right? So with that being said, also, I think it will also be best to think of how can you be creative with your higher learning so that you can allow yourself to be effective in how you deal with seemingly foreign matters. Or if you're taking on a new study of some sort, what you can actually do is just really allow yourself to go deep within in how you're going to bring forth the things that are necessary for yourself, right? So with that being said, this is very interesting. I'm going to do that over again, I guess. All right. Interessante. So let's save that for now. I'm doing some editing on the fly here. And I thought I picked the right picture, but it's all good. I'm not tripping because it says jurisprudence. And I just got finished talking about FEEK, which is jurisprudence, bro. Like, that is amazing. However, anyhowser, let me wait till this thing actually saves. However, let me actually move forward here because I can still kind of do what it is. I yield actually for that one. I do have a lunar Neptunian. Let's see. We're going to bring it back. Let's hit the previous on it. No, you good on that one. Just hit previous.
Oh, wow.
It's happening 40 minutes after midnight, actually. Right? And what we can actually see here on the 16th of December, 2022, right? Just about 40 minutes and 27 seconds after midnight, we are having a lunar Neptunian reflection. It's interesting. It's happening at the Saturn degrees pertaining to degree theory, right? So to speak, between the, if I'm not mistaken, when we're actually looking at it, that is the Capricorn portion, right? Because the Aquarius would be 23. All right. So with that being said, we're kind of just really in between how the things we're really structuring ourselves and really having some innovation in that structure. However, it's really dealing with the areas and how we're isolating wisdoms and really allowing ourselves to bring the isolation to a point where we're actually allowing our subconscious mind to really take on, embodying the things that we've learned, to actually show how we can better institute being of service to our community, all right, especially in really expanding that which may actually be beneficial for us to really bring forward to people a means to show that you can have a positive incarceration, so to speak. So you can go within yourself, really dig deep within, and really see how you can really bring forth the elements necessary to really allow yourself to find the details, all righty, in your movements, all righty. So when you're looking at the footprints left in the sand, pay attention to the details and the direction and the path in which those footprints that you see before you have, been traveling, so to speak, or the direction in which they're going, so that you can see that there's a positiveness type side to incarceration, not the statutory enslavement pertaining to beings that are not performing functions pertaining to public office, even though most of the people have been duped to believe that they are to be incarcerated because seemingly they are held, thinking these people thinking that they're holding them to statutes and that they're doing trade or business, which is performing functions of public office, according of course, shout out to the jurisprudence gem, right? According to 26 United States Code 7701 H2C1. So really allow yourself to isolate yourself, go and study, and actually realize you can be a better service to people by showing people how not to allow themselves to be fodder, all righty, and be used as food for other people and a means for others to actually go on vacation, right? So with that being said, I yield the floor. Next, I have a solar lunar quartile, actually, right?
And while that's loading, JL said Islam, peace and love. Peace and love to JL.
Indeed. Peace and greetings, JL. It's Islam. So this is interessante. I'll just change it on the phone in the actual app, I think. Maybe I can change it in the app over here. We build it while we fly it. So with that being said, guys, we have a solar lunar quartile actually happening. Okay, so it's happening at 24 degrees Sagittarius, and Luna is at 24 degrees Virgo. So, not only is it a challenge or an obstacle, but you can meet this obstacle by overcoming the challenge that is actually pertaining to stimulating your ideas, alrighty. You may have some things that you may want to put forward based on you going into detail in your higher studies. And now that you actually see the detail and paying attention to the detail, what has been stimulated is a means for you to actually grow. Alrighty, you can actually grow from within in allowing your comprehension and letting your comprehension guide you appropriately and really find the values, not only in yourself, but also in how you stand amongst your peers. And with that, I yield the floor. Next, I have a lunar Plutonian trine here. Alrighty. And Luna is clearly here at 0900 24 minutes and 32 seconds when this is taking place. Luna's there in the 8th house, guys. So we can really bring home the details that really allow ourselves to really find the values in the relationships that we have. There's a harmony in finding that value in our relationships, right? In a detailed fashion where we can actually nurture being able to care for others' property, so to speak. In other words, really noticing the rights pertaining to the people and then allowing that harmony, alrighty, that is actually taking place, that is on the rise, alrighty, with making transformations in the structuring. So what you can actually see soon, the ascendant, right, being at 24 degrees, Capricorn will soon be conjunct Pluto, and Pluto is going to rise. So there's going to be a change, alrighty. Pluto is actually naturally a 8th house kind of energy. So there's a harmony in the transformation that's going to take place in the relationships and the values pertaining to relationships, and the people will be able to see the details that are necessary so that some self-cleansing in the form of self-transformation can actually give rise so that the values and things that were communicated that seemingly were held back will actually blossom forward. I know this is seemingly called a quote unquote, I'm coming up on the winter time, right? However, there is some inner blossoming that's going to happen. Pluto does symbolize a bit of the dormancy, so to speak, pertaining to the plants and shrubs, therefore being a flower with holding a seed within it, the glyph for Pluto there, and thus being able to have a promise pertaining to valuing one's thinking and being able to bring the wisdom forth and thus give rise to something very harmonious in finding the values in others. All righty. So you're going to kind of have the rose-colored glasses. However, it'll be a competent sight in seeing the beauty in others. And with that, I yield the floor. Next, I have a lunar Jupiterian reflection. All righty. They are 180 degrees. All righty. In aspect to one another. And this will be Luna's last aspect before going void of course for about 36 minutes. So for those 36 minutes, guys, make no major transactions. However, you'd like to find out how that actually deals with your, and I do mean your actual natal chart. What you can actually do is really allow yourself to go within and see, okay, how does this moon void of course bother me? Does it bother me, or is it actually advantageous? Where collectively it's make no major purchases. However, how is that interacting in my chart is where this lunar void of course is in the area pertaining to my life, wherever it is. Is it advantageous? And actually, I should make this kind of move, right? However, just keep in mind that there are others around you, and collectively speaking, there may be a means and an energy that is actually controlling the people and the fluids in the people that will be void, of course, thus meaning there's no influence that the moon is, making or taking on, actually. So with that, as far as the actual, Ptolemaic aspects are concerned, So with that being said, that's actually taking place in, again, we have a 12th and 6th house. All righty, energy here. Again, we're really expanding our wisdom, finding the wounded healing and making sure we're moving forward in our soul's destiny. So in an esoteric sense, we're really taking the faded relationships and things from our past that have settled. And now what we're going to do is really make sure that we're bringing to the forefront a nurturing service that will really be seemingly hospitable to others. However, it's really just giving rise to people being able to communicate a collective wisdom. And with that, I yield the floor. And then 36 minutes later, after this moon is void of course, right, for 36 minutes, Luna is ingressing Libra. All right. And where Luna is making its ingress is in the 5th house. So we are really, we're really relating some creativity at home. So you might find yourself working on your entrepreneurial endeavors. You may find yourself doing some things that will assist the community and really bring some wisdom, alrighty, to the community, as far as really isolating some creative details that a lot of people, may not have actually seen. So you can actually allow your sight and allow your subconscious mind and your heart to be on the same page, as well as, really bringing home a means. It's funny, it's bringing home. And I just thought of a pet. So I think also too, someone may actually consider bringing home a pet of some sort. All righty. Or maybe this is a time for you to feed your said pet or something of that nature. Or maybe you may see an animal of some sort rummaging through your your garbage, I guess. It's very interesting, just these images that I'm seeing. However, when it comes to actual balance and justice, however, the people are really finding ways to make sure that people who assume taking position of some sort, that what they're doing is being fair and fair only. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I am well pleased, Brother Sean Alim Islam.
Bro, it would have been funny if Deez was in there and people would just start tapping these little paws like, feed the pets, feed me, move.
I know, right? That Bubby's actually laying down. It's funny, he's not in the office with me like he usually is, but you know, we, like I said, we've been on our jurisprudence today, you know, being the AstroCivics that we are, making sure that we're being there for our brothers that are handling jurisprudence matters. And so that allowed us to go, you know what, we're going to have the weather report a little later. So now Diesel's just probably like, you know what, I'm be back here chilling with mommy for right now. But yeah, you're exactly correct, bro. And I yell, bro, Islam.
Islam. All right. So we are with the Saturn day with the strong beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Up Leo. So this is 8th house. So yeah, sun's ruling the 8th from the 1st, right? So this is all about self identity realization and self transformation, right? So yeah, closing out the Sagittarius season tropically. We know sidereally it is just beginning that Sagittarius energy. So yeah, you guys are really feeling a sense of rise in your thoughts, depending on just what levels you're at when it comes to just love and how universal you are, you know, realizing like how unusual or rare you are, right? Whatever you like to do for that. And with that, I'll yield. So we got first up, we have a lunar Venusian quartile square. All right. This is that don't emotionally go blow your money right here. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel sad. I'm about to go buy 2 pounds of ice cream and eat it. Look at
me. Yo. Be disappointed, right?
Let's see, Luna in the 9th, Venus is in the 12th. Hugging that ascendant, say, what's up, ascendant?
What a deuce.
What a dooski. So Luna and Venus and 12. Wow. This is yeah, this is like don't blow your bag. You know, like invest in some things that you know would bring you beauty here. Right. But not in a over too much sense of fashion. I'm getting a lot of hair appointments might be made this day, or someone's looking to change their hair or maybe even change the beauty of their home. Also getting like somebody is really shifting just their work area too. So maybe gathering some like old thoughts. I know I said that for maybe like Thursday too. Now you're really seeing the beauty and just how that you can nurture yourself. How if you feed your mind positivity, love, and just look for ways to stay balanced, how things can be. You know, one day you might have a bad day. Hey, next day is a good day. You know, it's really just being in the flow and the motion. And really meditating on your heart space when you're within your you know, private place, what you call your home, your domus, really tapping into your heart space, finding ways to open up your heart space, to love more, to love others more, to love yourself more. And yeah. And it's now having you think and want to change your perspective on things. And I ain't gonna go into much. Like I said, we said flash testimony. So with that, I'll yield. Next up, we have a lunar Martian reflection. Oh no, pardon me, a trine. We have a trine.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, so this is once again.
You're excused.
So let's see. We got Luna and Mars. Mars in the 1st, Moon in the 6th. Yeah, I'm getting like entrepreneur. It's like moving forward. Mars is in the 1st retrograde. So once again, just realizing one's own mistakes, but also now realizing the mistakes and just having the conversations with others that you may look up to, or if you like to have those conversations with yourself, like I do, you know, professional consultants, right? You're really able to start putting your services out there, or for others who go get their service, they could be wanting to change, right? Let's see, Luna, oh, nope, Venus ruling ascendant. So yeah, guys, you're really gonna be having a transformation, an identity change. The truth is, will you be able to notice that change? And if you do notice that change, are you okay with changing things? Because staying comfortable could be a disservice to yourself and not a destiny purpose to yourself. So taking those radical thoughts and, whatever radical thoughts that you have that you feel could move you forward, just finding which one best suits your needs and would be the best step for you to move forward, so that now you can heal from the wounded pains of not moving forward, or from the wounded pains of, being too comfortable, or staying on the other side of things when it comes to the occult, the hidden. So opening oneself up to things that might feel like they're hidden, but they're really not. It's in plain sight. We open your eyes and see that. Yeah. And with that, I will yield. Next up, we have a Mercurian Uranian trine. Ugh. Yay. So we have Mercury in the 7th. Uranus is in 11th. Ooh, almost in that 12th. Just a little 20-something minutes off, you know what I'm saying? All right, so this is 7-11. Hey, would you look at that? I ain't talking about the stove, right? So yeah, this is a very I think beings, the collective, right? The people are going to be feeling very forward to move, right? Feeling fired up about their sense of self and their values. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to stand on what I know, right? And now Mercury in Capricorn, right? Like I said, slowing down. All right, so really reviewing the contracts, really reviewing not only your self-structure. 7th house is just a projection of what you think. So not only reviewing yourself on the internal, but now how things are around you here. So hashtag judgment card, right? But not having a harsh self-judgment, but really, truly, and deeply appreciating one's standing to others, one's relationship to self, and the relationship to others.
Keep going, man. Do your thing. Do your thing. We good. We good. We good.
Yeah. So and Mercury's in the Mars is in the 12th. So yeah, this is taking the time to really like rest for some, or really just kind of sit and reflect. I know I'll even take me, for example, sometimes it's like, sometimes I just don't know, when to relax, right? And I'm like always on the go. So learning when to ease off the pedal, when to relax, and when to just, move forward, pedal to the metal, as they would say. Yeah. And so that Mercury in Capricorn is really going to be relating, right? So a lot of beings, once again, probably tired of their failed contracts. I know when sometimes I get on TikTok, right, and look, I see all kind of beings talk about, quote unquote credit hacks and all these other things. So yeah, the collective is waking up to the nonsense. But just take what you see as experiment, and if someone's trying to charge you $3,000 or something, you might want to question that. It's like, be like Brother Corey, I don't sell packs. Little homie, I study, right? So really truly valuing that. I'm just the positive things that come to you, and know that it's all for the better. And with that, I will yield. And we've got a Luna Mercurian quartile. All right, so Luna's in the 3rd, Mercury's in the 6th. So this is current a couple houses away, right? So stimulating the beauty and the structure within one's home, and taking that and really transforming that within oneself. So yeah, sun's ruling in this too. Look at that. So yeah, this is heartfelt conversation. This is romantics. And I'm not to say that, past beings might come back, but some for the collective. But I think that would just be a lesson that would like to spin around the block, right? And just to see how much one has healed. So like, for example, if a being was in an abusive relationship, right, for 3 years, they moved on, they're doing their thing, whether with someone or just with self, some, and then something comes up and it's like, you have two options. Are you going to acknowledge that and be comfortable and it's like, oh yeah, this is nothing, to brush it off, or are you going to go under a wave? So what I'm saying is, with this lunar Martian square, is that sometimes things comes back and it's for a test, not to put you down, but to show you how far and how strong you are. So when these things come up, it's like, oh, this has happened. It's being joyful, like, thank you, universe, for this test so that I may become stronger and continue on my path. So that now you can continue to structure and rhythmically fix your actions so that you can be a service to yourself and a service to the people. Lunas and Libras. So yeah, people are going to be having these conversations, social parties and activities. Like, this is a season, I know at the Joe we have a lot of Christmas parties, and this is going on everywhere. So this is just finding the beauty in ourselves and finding the beauties in others so that we can communicate that, so we can let our light shine. And once again, I would say, start opening up that heart chakra, start getting yourself out the lower three. And with that, I will yield. I'm going to give that back to Living Master.
Hilarious, bro. All righty. So we have a solar ascendant here at 26 degrees Sagittarius, 33 minutes. All righty. And still the sun at this moment, of course, still ruling over the 8th house. So what it's bringing to the 8th house, to your fated relationships and the wounded healing taking place, you got to learn how to trust all over again. All righty. So a lot of people may be dealing with that, pertaining to that energy and that theme pertaining to that particular day. So really allow yourself to, seemingly go within. Don't be numb, to situations. However, allow yourself to be able to viably cope so that you can be able to move forward in a very creative fashion in how you value your interactions with others, and really make sure that what debts you may have incurred, recognize that you are someone who may not actually have a viable contract. So really bring to light that which you are not obligated to do based on the assumed foreign affairs. With that, I yield the floor. I have a lunar Saturnian trine here. So there's a harmony between, not only home, however, the essentials and that which need to be shared. So sharing some essentials at home in a harmonious fashion, we are clearly seeing that Luna is there in the 10th house already with our spirit. Look at that. So guys, that you are working from home, so to speak, actually what is going to be brought to that situation is you can actually bring your own values to that situation and be able to really allow yourself to, probably 9 times out of 10, beautify your workspace. And you may also allow yourself to take on possibly someone maybe getting some sort of promotion here, to be completely honest. And when it comes to where Saturn is actually there in Aquarius, right? Just reflecting the comedy degree in Leo, actually, just to speak on that. However, we can also see that Saturn's ruling over the second house in which it's in. So what can really be brought to you guys, you can really allow in the areas pertaining to your career and the values in your life, and being able to really be creative with that, bring some beauty to your workspace and really allow you to be innovative in how you bring your spontaneous values to that venue. And with that, I yield the floor. I have a sextile, a solar lunar sextile here. And that is occurring actually. And that was previous that we was on, right? For that Luna trine Saturn?
Yes, before sunrise.
Got you. Absolutely. Just wanted to make sure. So with that being said, at 1702, however, right, we're actually looking at the sun, which is in the 6th house, alrighty, and the Luna is there in the 5th. And seeing how Venus and Mars are really in your areas of life, just allowing you to be creative in how you serve people, really settling down in a way that if you go to a restaurant this day, really allow yourself to see how people actually balance it. This might be a hibachi girl kind of day for some of you people. Maybe you want to find yourself actually recreating those favorite so-called quote unquote restaurant dishes at home, or really allowing things that are actually done at home and seeing how people will recreate some of your home favorites at a restaurant. So you can really communicate to those that are going to serve you. However, you may find some corrections that are going to take place here. All righty. And the corrections that are going to take place are really going to be communicated in a very assertive way. However, it will be comprehended so that, the values in the, group that you're with, or just the one other being that you're with, will actually be recognized in why you are being particular about the service or whatever. Kind of, maybe you'll watch the movie Ratatouille also. All right, to see how someone actually makes a childhood dish actually tastes very great, especially with that fated reaction dealing with your past dishes, actually, with Luna also sharing the fifth house with Vertex and the South Node. So we can actually see that when it comes to the fine foods and things that you're pairing with your fine foods, you're really going to be able to go somewhere local to be able to get a childhood favorite. So allow yourself to be served. However, if you're vegan, do not allow them to put cheese on it. That's basically where I'm seeing that. And with that, I'm yield the floor. We have a Luna Plutonian square, actually. And then Luna is void, of course, for 4 hours and 55 minutes after this. All right. So between 1735 and actually 1735, 18 and about 2230, which is approximately 4 hours and 55 minutes. Find yourself between those times, not making any major purchases. Do all your transactions prior to 1735. All right. And again, this is approximately about 33 minutes after that solar lunar sextile there. So allow yourself to really be stimulated by, all right, really find some stimulation between your subconscious mind and the way that you seek to, inherit or actually have joint venture with your loved ones or your relatives. So really be able to really settle in how you're going to really communicate the values to, alrighty, said joint accounting or actually sharing, responsibility with your loved ones. Maybe you're someone who is actually allowing yourself to really communicate creatively how you can make deals with, maybe it's your little ones, right? Maybe it's some children that you're like, hey, if you do this like this, then this will be the reward. However, you have to sincerely do it. So with that being said, you can actually just really show the beauty and you might find accidentally that, things work out for you in your communication, and find that the children actually express themselves probably further than your expectations, while at the same time really bringing to the forefront a means for you to really reflect the values that are necessary so that you can see that they can inherit some responsibility, so that they'll be able to not only help at the home, but be able to also bring the essentials necessary for when they're, abroad with groups, with different beings in different groups. So with that being said, I'm going to yield the floor for this particular, yes?
I almost yelled, yo. I just seen that video you sent in the chat, yo, with the dog, yo.
With Thames, yeah, man. My beloved mother mistress consort sent that because we love animals. So with that being said, when we see certain things,
I can see Diesel now.
Yo, it was really hilarious. You see how big that bulldog's head was, though?
Yo, yeah, that's giant, yo.
Yeah, I know, right? It was just like, whoa, right? It's really hilarious. And anyhow, that was hilarious. So 4 hours and 55 minutes after that, lunar Plutonian, interesting, right? Lunar Plutonian, and Pluto is the co-ruler with Mars for Scorpio, which is where Luna is ingressing. And Luna is making its ingress into Pluto, however, in the second house. Alrighty, so there's an accidental dignity by exaltation, if one could conceptualize that, in the second house, resembling the second sign, Taurus. Alrighty, and what can actually happen here is just, maybe you can actually plot out some means for you to just do something artistic. Alrighty, maybe you find yourself measuring out something that you want to do. Maybe you have a compass and square handy, and you actually go, let me just have some fun with this compass and square and really go behind the scenes into some sacred geometry and really see what beauty I can create with said sacred geometry. And I really think that will really take place, especially when beings take themselves seriously in doing so and really allow themselves to serve themselves and being innovative in how they just, use some simple, essential things and really find beauty in the discipline. All righty. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I am well pleased, Brother Sean Alim L. Islam.
Islam. All right.
All right.
All right. So we are now at this should be Tuesday, right? Yeah. No, this is Monday. It's Monday. So make sure you're joining us for Intuition Monday. I think that will be Capricorn new moon. All right.
Absolutamon. Well, you know what? You're correct. I yield.
So we are a little ahead of it. So yeah.
As Monday. As always. As always.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. Yeah, once again, just continue to rise, stretch, and if you find 5 things to be negative about, what's one thing that you can be positive about? All right, that can overweigh all that, because man, look at that jam-packed first house. You got Venus, Mercury, and Pluto all there, so there's really a heavy structuring going on right here. And yeah. How you relate, how you do. There's a heavy structure on how that we can relate, how we communicate, and how we can transform. So you might be feeling like you just went through a death and rebirth. You're feeling transformed. Oh, see, I almost got started again, bro. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For the sunrise, guys, just really embrace that transformation, because structures are changing. So, being joyful that things are being stripped and taken away to bring you new and to make you better. With that, I will yield and get into the only aspect of the day. Woo, a lot of hard work. I might need to do might hit 300 push-ups like a brother R, man.
Wow.
All right, so let's see, where's Luna and Venus? All right, Luna in the 4th, Venus in the 5th, right? So carrying 2 houses. So yeah, this is moon's in Scorpio, so and via combustor. Moon is at 12 Capricorn. I don't know what that is. Cusp, pardon me. Cusp of the 23rd lunar mansion. All right, so yeah.
You said Luna's in what lunar mansion? Say that one more again.
Cusp of the 23rd.
And ye are, hold on, we have Scorpio at 12 degrees for Luna. 12 degrees is business, right? That's what you said?
Oh, that was for Venus, but yeah, 12 degrees.
Oh, for Venus. You said for Venus in Capricorn, pardon me. I was about to say, hold on, Luna's in the 18th lunar mansion, pardon me. And you said 12 degrees, 23rd lunar mansion, my beloved brother, in whom I'm all pleased, you are muy correcto.
Indeed. Yeah, I think I'm just going to speak on Efflet in room. Hey, if you want to work at 7HealStar, don't be shy. Don't be scared to hit the share button. Don't be scared to reach out to us, right? Just because you might feel a little mysterious about us, or you might kind of, openly hate us, but secretly, love us, right? This is a time to really create here. We're thinking 500 years ahead of time. We're setting it out. So let's, take this growth opportunity with how we nurture ourselves, but also for the soul development, so that now we can relate and bring joy, right? Because I think, what does everyone want? Everyone wants peace, right? So how do we find peace? We get into the deeper, darker natures of things that we might like to ignore about ourselves, right? or things that it might have been in the home, right? We look at that Luna conjunct the South Node. So yeah, a lot of things from your past are coming up, whether it's the home or just old contracts, or even some might be having dreams about their ancestors or having these strange dreams and really can't really understand why. And this is just the subconscious structuring itself out. So now you have Venus and Capricorn to help you relate. So reach out to others. All right. 11th house, social media, 6th house. So yes, definitely get your astrology readings, your tarot readings, dream interpretations. If you don't have the finances to pay, make sure you find ways to use what you can for free. There's really truly like no excuse. So so the healing comes from getting service, right? So definitely make sure you're getting yourself service that truly heals, right? Not only materially, but more important, spiritually through the breath. So if you're thinking that buying you $1,000 bag is really going to help you feel some kind of way and you feel like shit the next week, you might really want to consider that bag really might not have been what you were truly looking for, buyer's remorse without the void of course. So, be open to the transformation, the wounded healing, the foreign beings that might come to you. And destiny awaits you if you're ready to step into your career and who you are and your purpose. And if you don't know, schedule your mirrors, schedule your who am I and what's my purpose readings, get your Reiki. I mean, I don't know how many times I need to keep, and my bros keep repeating this to get it through your head. Maybe I need to do a snap for you to knock you out the hypnosis. Because your emotions are driven by the anxiety. So what is it that's making you feel anxious? Why things are coming up and make you feel anxious, and how can you get rid of that anxiety and those anxious feelings, or what can you do to replace those feelings? So that's that. I'm a yield, and I'm gonna lob that thing back to my bro. You want the alley hoop, bro? You want the behind the back? You want the
either one, bro. I can handle the pill, bro. You already. I mean, I got handles. All right. All right. So what we have here is going to be a solar ascendant conjunction for the 20th. All righty. Pardon me. Let me actually go about and hold on. Boom shakalaka. TikTok. Don't stop it. Is that what it is? Hold on 2 seconds. Let me. Actually, I thought I pressed it. There we go. All right. So there's the solar ascendant conjunction there, right? And with that being said, on the solar ascendant conjunction, we actually have it at 28 degrees. All righty. Sagittarius 30.
Hey, brother, son, hide your software, hide your chain, this Paragon Debo.
Yo, you're hilarious, yo.
I only take government agents' chains.
Yo, y'all hilarious, yo.
You mean that government agent chain?
I swear I thought y'all was done with the live. My apologies. I don't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. We doing some flash testimonies anyway.
Islam, I'll be listening.
Islam, man. We're just doing some flash testimonies, man. And actually, guys, you might want to make sure you don't blind yourself or allow yourself to have impaired, sight here, considering the fixed star that, the sun and the ascendant is conjunct actually just under a few, minutes here, about 21 minutes apart from the fixed star Acumen, which has the nature and influence pertaining to Oculaeus. Alrighty, and it is like the 7th magnitude star in Scorpio, the constellation Scorpio. So with that being, it kind of has an energy of being conjunct with the moon, right? It's a companion to Oculaeus, and if it's conjunct or opposite an afflicted luminary, it's a possibility that you could have impaired eyesight because you have a sun eye and a moon eye. Depending on if you're a mother or a son, it's usually reversed. However, you can always find out. You cover one eye, look out the left, and then cover the left eye and look out the right. And whichever eye seems a little duller than the other, the duller looking eye, 9 times out of 10, would be your moon eye. And the eye that seems to see things brighter will be your sun eye. All righty. So with that being said, I think for the mothers, if I'm not mistaken, their moon eye would be their left eye, and their sun eye would be their right eye, reverse for the sons. However, make sure you're having some insight and make sure you're seeing clearly. If not, allow yourself to be assisted, right? Have yourself some seeing eye assistance when it really comes to how you are really relating to sharing the values in your fated relationships, which means these are interactions that you're going to have irregardless. And there, it will be sort of a dismal crypt, however, a means for you to have the, bells blare and the Aerophant hand you a scroll to say, you're doing well in being creative and moving forward, So with that being said, I'm going to yield the floor. I have a lunar Uranian reflection here. All righty. And honestly, it's happening before the sunrise. And it's interesting because I knew it was going to be in the second and eighth house when I saw the timing, right, to see where it was going to happen. I'm like, this is approximately 6 hours after what Brother Sean was going in on, his lunar Venusian sextile there. So with this lunar Uranian reflection, it happened in the second and the eighth houses, all righty. So what you can actually see, what we're going to actually bring here, you actually find some very fortunate nurturing pertaining to, ideas and values that you've learned at a younger age, or maybe even in a past life also. And what you can actively do is really bring forth those inherent qualities that you bring from past lives or even from your youth into the now, while also at the same time allowing some sudden changes to take place in your values and really just going within and really allowing yourself to make the corrections necessary in one's own value system. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam. We have a lunar mercurial sextile, all righty. So the lunar mercurial sextile, we're really just finding growth opportunity between our subconscious mind and how we communicate our gut feelings, as well as our nervous system. So with that being said, we can clearly see that Luna's there in the 11th house while Mercury's in the first. So we can find values in how we stand amongst our peers and really have self-estimation that can seemingly, at some point in time, or sometimes, seem to be under the beams pertaining to where things are with, your heart. So if you find that your values are under the beams of your heart, then make sure that you're valuing yourself first and foremost so that you can be able to move forward effectively, not only in your foreign affairs, alrighty, in your higher learning, however, also in how you actually have your value structured and your value system that's really allowing you to not go through the anxieties of not having a self-worth that is necessary for you to, stand in a very strong fashion in, your career and your status, right? Your ex officio, right? Right. Mm-hmm. So I think, like I said, this Friday, I and Brother Aura might go in on Jesus.
Oh, I'll be there too, bros.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be I, Brother Aura, and Brother Sean. Jesus is white. Ex officio.
Jesus is white ex officio for sure. I don't want to hear nobody tell me that Jesus wasn't white. We got evidence and proof that Jesus was white.
Yo, because it's so funny because we know when most people hear that, their lower self and the social engineering that they've allowed themselves to go through, which is so evident of this actual Luna sextile Mercury, because we're allowing the people to communicate things within their community that could really, bring some seemingly foreign concepts, but they will add so much value to each sentient being, provided they actually allow what's being shared to them to better have their ex officio-ness, come to the forefront pertaining to their mind, and just kind of stand away from the status quo. So they can actually see that the ideals from their past life was good enough to get them where they are now. There's going to have to be some things that are let go so that the pure justice can result in their standing.
No, they're gonna lose their shit. that's the phrase when they see, especially those Israelite guys.
Oh my God, Joe. Because we're not being mean. We're just honest. And I think our honesty is what usually has people, it brings out the cognitive dissonance in people because we tell the truth.
Precisely.
All the time. And it's so hilarious to see, because why lie when the truth makes people just as uncomfortable so why find out something was a lie when we can just tell you the truth, and then you actually find out it's the truth? Guess what you're really going to be mad about if you're going to do one of two things: either change and tell the truth, or continue to lie, because guess what you just learned about yourself. Anyway, with that being said, I yield the floor. We have a Jupiterian ingress into Aries, right? Hey, we're really expanding our ideals collectively, right? Just right after that testimony there, right? And Jupiter is in the second house in Aries, making its ingress back into Aries. All righty, still within his retrograde shadow. All righty. What we can actually see, if I'm not mistaken, is about 7 or 8 degrees-ish. And go back and check the ephemeris. Jupiter pertaining to being still within its retrograde shadow. However, guys, we're going to be able to expand the ideals and our values. We're really going to be able to institute some better things for ourselves, and we're learning from our past and really allowing the wounded healing to be that guide and to be that erudite director in our lives, so that we can really see that which we really need to reflect in how we value others that we're relating to. With that, I yield the floor. Next, I have a lunar Saturnian quartile, actually. And with the lunar Saturnian quartile, guys, again, this is another means of the energies pertaining to how you nurture the essential sharings. All right, or how you nurture the essential information poured out to you. So we have Luna in the 8th house. All righty, and Saturn's there in the 12th. All righty, and interestingly, the shadow to both of these would be approximately around 8 degrees, 39 minutes, respectively, in both Scorpio and Aquarius, right? And it's interesting because the shadow would be in the 8th house for Saturn, and the shadow for Luna would be in the 11th house. So if we're looking at those anticions, right? Antishas, right? So with that being said, what we can actually see here, guys, we can really find the health in how we're relating to people, as well as allowing some creativity in the values in how we're relating to people, and allow that creativity to really allow us to stimulate meeting the challenges that may seem to be hard at first. However, there's going to be some values that are going to peek their head out of the ground. And you're like, hold on, is that a gold coin? And then you're going to reach for that gold coin. It ends up being a whole gold statue. And you're like, whoa, what is this? And you'll find this discovery that you sat there and allowed yourself to essentially isolate the things that were necessary within you, and really valuing the time, alrighty, that you can have with yourself, and really going back. And maybe there's some things that you held for someone, and you actually discovered that, hey, I remember when so-and-so gave me this, or they left this particular item here. And now what you're actually seeing, let's say, for example, it's a book. And now what you're actually seeing is, wow, I had no idea that 20 years later, this book would come in handy. With that, I yield the floor. Next, we have a lunar Neptunian trine. And that
Pardon the interjection, brother. But
go ahead.
That last testimony you just gave, it really got me thinking about that Arabic Quran that was given to me like few years ago on the bus. This guy gave me an Arabic Quran. He gave me a meditation rug, right? The where most of the dogmatic Muslims do their 5 prayers or whatnot. I call it a
making
meditation
salat.
rug. Yeah, when it makes a lot, I call it a meditation rug because that's what I use it for. And then
Islam.
he also gave me a kufi.
Islam.
And the whole time you were talking about that, I was thinking about, because I've been trying to learn Arabic. I've been thinking about that book might reveal some things. So that's pretty dope that you brought that up.
Islam, man, excellent. I'm actually glad that you're sharing that, because I mean, guys, this is the beauty in us looking ahead to see, even for ourselves collectively, how these energies are manifesting in our lives, because they're going to manifest. The tendencies are going to manifest. The lunar Neptunian trine that we have here is both in the 7th and the 11th houses. So guys, look at that. That you really can allow when it comes to children. Say that again.
So that's 2 7-11's testimonies.
I know, right? So hey, mothers, really allow yourselves to take a walk, right? I know it's just about 1,400 hours and 41 seconds. So maybe you can go for an afternoon walk if you're here in the northern hemisphere. Make sure you bundle up, or when you're outside, you're allowing yourself to probably do a little bit of pre-winter cleaning. What you say, Brother Shannon?
Oh, I was just laughing, Jill Scott. Let's take a long walk around the park.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Look, with this, you can probably, find yourself doing some last minute autumnal cleaning right before the winter solstice. Alrighty. So before the sun actually makes it to that solstitial color, right? We can really see that mothers can really allow themselves to go behind the scenes, or really go into, some occult relation in how they're actually seeing how they're relating it, with their children, and how they're instituting, therefore understanding, alrighty, the values that they're pouring out from how they stand, alrighty, amongst their little ones. With that, I yield the floor. And finally, alrighty, when Luna goes void, of course, at approximately 2,100 hours and 45 minutes, is 2,100 hours, 44 minutes, and 31 seconds for the 20th December 2022, right? And this is still Tuesday. Alrighty, so Luna's going to go void, of course, for about 4 hours and 27 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, Brother Sean will give you the ingress, though, because this is my last testimony here. And it is a lunar Plutonian sextile, growth and opportunity between your subconscious mind and the death and rebirth within, allowing the transformation necessary, as Brother Sean had eloquently stated earlier. Alrighty, so with that being said, we can really see, alrighty, we can allow ourselves to communicate from a secure place within ourselves, a means to really be of service, alrighty, probably to some elder, actually, maybe helping an elder across the street, or maybe someone may need your assistance. You may run to the store for them. Do all of that prior to this void, of course, moon, actually, because moon void, of course, is buyer's remorse, even though we said schedule your mirror AstroLiteracy session and order your mental magician report from Brother Sean. All righty. So you can DM us for both the Mirror AstroLiteracy session, all righty, and the mental magician report, so that you can really take a full scope, guys. We're not some fortune telling astrologers. We are fulfilling our charge. In order to change the people, you must change their literature. And this is your ancient foremothers and forefathers' knowledge. So that's why we're huge on AstroLiteracy. All righty. We're not going to be half naked on the internet giving astrology. We're going to leave that to the Negro Black colors, respectfully, or anyone else that thinks that that's the cool thing to do. We're here to make sure that you have what it is you need. We're not here to comfort you in your slumber. All righty. So wake up, right? And really see that what you need is necessary, right? It's a lot of you, taking note of your health and, oh, I need to eat this way. you need to think this way too. Very, very honestly. Okay. So if you're going to allow yourself to waste energy in being offended, go right ahead. Spend your energy. However, what we would like for you to do is allow yourself to be able to mother, all righty, those that are around you by nurturing the essential things that are necessary to really help some viable transformation. So even those that may have to serve you can really bring to light some things that are really necessary, all righty, in really being secure in how they're going to inherit a lesson that they had no clue that they were going to learn that day. So be gentle, all righty, and be wise in how you present self and communicate those things from your subconscious mind, all righty, as well as allowing yourself to not be anxious or create anxiety in others so that they're not nervous in bringing you the essentials. Because someone may actually share some ideas with you that are very innovative. So allow you and those other beings to embrace one another, even if it doesn't seem like this is something I would naturally do. However, there's a growth opportunity afoot. And with that being said, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, Sean Alim, as he closes us out for the 21st with first the lunar ingress, which is about 4 hours and 27 minutes after Luna goes void of course here. So after that 4 hour, 27-minute void of course, all righty, Brother Sean will go in on that. But first, there's a sunrise taking place. And I yield the floor, Brother Sean. Islam, imitating and acting degree. Look at that. I yield, bro.
Well, you already know it. Oh, no, I'm playing. Sun at 29 degrees. So we know that that ingress is about to happen, so grand opening, grand closing. Let me set that. Sun's about to move into Capricorn. So once again, just reflecting on the past, 29, 30 days, degrees of the Sagittarius season, so that now you can, move forward. So like bro said, house cleaning, maybe cleaning out your conveyance, cleaning up your notes, kind of just tidying things up. Hope I'm saying that right. Tidying things up. And really just opening your feelings and emotions to the unseen when it comes to your career. You might be going there physically, but what unseen can you not see? So be open for that. And we'll get into the lunar ingress into Sagittarius. Probably what, 7, 8. Oh, sweet. Second house. Yes. Woohoo. All right, guys. So we have the lunar ingress into the second, and Sagittarius in the second house. So, yeah. Feelings of just long distance travel could be coming up, or you could be feeling distant from your current home, right? Whichever way you like to take that. So, how can you incorporate higher learning into the daily routines? How can you incorporate higher learning into just what you do on the daily? All right, so that Jupiter is ruling over at Sagittarius, but Mars has a final sponsorship. So Mars is in the opposite house. At least you look at that. So there's going to be a transformation that will be occurring with this lunar ingress of Sagittarius, if one's open to really paying attention with that. So once again, reassessing your drive, reassessing just the masculine impulses, but there's going to be a fatal relation that could come across, whether it be other being that you know or being introduced to someone that could bring smooth healing to this disservice that one may be receiving or giving to oneself. So just be on the lookout for how that you're pouring this out by relating. Relating is important. So one's network, one's status. If you don't know what status is, once again, it's nothing to Google. Go to Eddie Mount online or download a Black's Law dictionary, right? If you could go download an app or a TV show, you could do the same thing for a law dictionary. All right, so just really beautifying one's life, becoming more serious, but at the same time still playful and lighthearted. And with that, I will yield Next up, we have Luna and a Jupiterian trine.
It's interesting because it's 7 minutes later after that ingress. Pardon me. It's 7 minutes after that ingress. I still had it on previous, right? So 7 minutes after that ingress, approximately, and it's in the sign that Jupiter rules. I think that is amazing. I yield.
Yeah, we have a lunar Jupiterian trine going down in the 2nd and the 5th. This is very interesting. So now that Jupiter is back into Aries, that was the last strike for Jupiter. You can go check out Jupiter Strikes Back on Intuition Monday.
Islam.
You'll see a being that's not here no more, but it's not about that. It's about the knowledge that is in that, right? So
Islam.
2nd and 5th, so Sagittarius and Aries, so that's very fiery, right? So once again, this is like, y'all funny. Back to life, back to reality. Now, yeah.
Yo. However, as we stop,
Jupiter's in the 5th. You're expanding your mindset and your emotions. Yeah, it's that energy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm feeling that back to this. That back to life to energy. Like Jupiter's direct is in Aries, so it's expanding. So possibly meeting some new romantic partners, or just feeling more creative and joyful in what you do. Right. So Jupiter is retrograde at Pisces. So you're learning about the universal, the whole circle, you will, about just love and justice. And now Jupiter's in Aries. So now you're feeling that motivation to, go really just do what you love to do. Right. Whether it's, creating, like, how do you create? Because everyone creates on a daily basis. So what ways that you create that bring, pleasure to oneself? That's nurturing. How do you create that is nurturing to you? How can you transact for something that, well, one, you'll be able to get what you need, but two, how that really add to the material things, how that material balance out that spiritual. Right. And part of fortune there. Oh, Libra on the rise, Venus there too. Yeah. So it's all about being ruled by Mars again. So yeah, there's a major transformation going on. Some physical, most in the unseen. They would say the causal, right? So how are you gonna take this shift and transformation? Because it's happening to everyone, whether you look at that, can't even get it out, whether you like it or not. So how can you embrace this change? How can you embrace the joy and this feeling of this fire, So, you're ready for a rebirth, right? Flame on and burn away it all. Fire cleanse away it all. And with that, I will yield. And next up, we have the second ingress of the day. We have Sol moving into Capricorn. So, we're prepared to see the sun stand still for 3 days before it rises and bring to birth the anthropomorphic baby Jesus. That very nice, right? Astro-Masonic. So make sure you go check that playlist out on 7HealStar. All rights reserved on YouTube, if you dare.
Islam.
If you dare. So wow, look at this. 6 hours ingress in Capricorn. This is service and work. So man, like, bro, I'm really getting that feeling. Like, I'm trying to think, what song was that? Oh my gosh. We about to blow, right?
Yeah, you're hilarious, bro. I know we're working on our projects that we're working on. Had some serious communication. Guess who joined me? He's back. Diesel's down guarding the door as he usually does when I'm doing the lives, right? Yeah. Being a puppy. All right, go ahead. I yield, man.
All right, so Sun ingress Capricorn, which is really great because we're in the 180 from the summer solstice. So when the sun was in Cancer. So we can now be reflecting and also being open to receive the work the seeds that we have put in, the seeds we have sown, and yeah, make a necessary adjustment, right? So what were you doing during the summer? And now it's at the point that you can make a necessary adjustments to continue to move forward. Moon is there as well. So we know that new moon is approaching. Moon is a decreasing in light. So one could be feeling dark about oneself, right? But that's only to embrace the truly inner light. Saturn, where we at? Saturn's in the ninth, astrological area as well. So yeah, really being open to foreign things. And we know that the fiscal year is closing, that it's not actual the new year, but we know how beings like to operate and move. So yeah, this is gonna be a beautiful ingress. And it's in this house of service. So checking one's health. What's that? Oh my gosh, it's a zinc or magnesium for Saturn, yo. Like someone could be wanting to start to take vitamins to or even like health, skin and nails, but like zinc and magnesium, different things to just strengthen one's bones, finding ways to not, you have to use milk, right, to get the protein and the calcium. And matter of fact, yeah, make sure you get your astrology reading so that you can decalcify that pineal gland that Saturn's ruling so that you might be able to see something. Because it could be the book right there in your face showing and you can't see why, because your eye is closed. So your vision is blurry. And we also know that truth that make your head spin dizzy. But yeah, this is big ingress, guys. It's been ruled Mars' final expositor in the 12th. So finding ways to be active and improve your status in the home. So, teaching your little ones and yourself, maybe even your consort as well, like what status is, how things are supposed to go, and just practicing those things. And Mars, that's part of spirit too. So yeah, there's active reflection and drive on one's careers and goals. That it's beautiful. That's beautiful. But flash testimony. So with that, I'll yield. What we got next? We have Soul and a quartile of Jupiter.
It is very interesting how after the luminaries make an ingress, they're aspecting Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's interesting. Luna's trine to Jupiter after ingress is Sag, and then Luna's quartiling Jupiter after it ingresses Capricorn. I think that's very interesting. I yield, bro. Islam.
Now Soul's making a square quartile. So where we at? Jupiter in the God house. Sun's favorite, one of Sun's favorite positions.
Yeah. Definitely the sun's joy there while the sun is in its accidental dignity. You're correct, bro.
Ooh, need to put some of that in my head itching. So guys, yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a creative stimulation. So this is like someone going to a park that might have been suffering from creator's block, writer's block, or just any of that sense or fashion, and really being able to rest and relax and let that expansion, let that wisdom come to their head. Jupiter and Aries expanding the head, right? So that now you can work and have a goal and purpose to with that sun being in Capricorn, which is great, and Luna and Vertex is there. So possibly even meeting someone out that could teach you, whether that be social media or just probably I would say even like maybe having a conversation with one's past like love affairs, but really like truly learning a lesson. And guys, there's an opportunity to really heal those wounds, right? What's the best way to heal the wounds? With truth. Telling yourself lies won't. Putting the band-aids on won't work. Policing yourself won't work. So this is an opportunity just to express yourself, and just your status and standing and what you truly love to do. All right. Working hard. So one may be feeling called to rest. And one has been resting. This is now where you work. Work hard. And look at Saturn is 7th, right? Can't make a horrid question on this one.
It's interesting how Jupiter's ruling both houses that this aspect is occurring. Very interesting.
Transformation. So, yeah, this is being open to collaborate, work with others, and just continue to work on the structure of self, whether that's body, mental, or the unseen, whatever of the 3 levels you would like to choose, plus some more. And with that, I will yield. So next up, we got a lunar Martian reflection.
Yeah, I think you're going to close out with some accidental dignities here by house, man. Honestly. Yeah.
I'm way past where I think we were.
Because Mars, even though it's not home in Capricorn, it's exalted in Capricorn. So by possible seemingly theorizing exaltation, accidental dignity in the 10th house, by having, exaltation in the 10th sign, and then Luna being there. That's why I was like, this is a interesting final testimony. I yield to you, beloved, but Islam.
Going down in the 4th and 10th. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of reassessing when it comes to the home and the career. So a lot of changes. So I'm gonna quote Prophet Noble Drew Ali here, forced to make changes. All right. So, not to be doom and gloom, but things happen to where if you're not gonna, it's like, what's that saying? We can do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. So sometimes we could choose the hard way to do things, and it's like, oh, why me? But this is really beautiful because it's Martian lunar reflection. Because Luna's in the 4th in Sagittarius. So this is about this is the home life, getting into one's psyche. So the subconscious and the deeper mind, just with an expansive nature. So take any kind of like opportunity of rejection as a way for you to expand, and don't look at things as a way for you to contract, because there's an opportunity to really break through here, but you have to understand that it starts within on the inner first. So valuing oneself, looking at the 2 sides of nature thing, right? So law of correspondence, as above, so below. What could be truth, what could be false. So really let's expand upon those. And and Mars is ruling Luna from the opposite, and Venus is ruling. So yeah, that Mars retrograde is really restructuring our communication, so energy could be intense, but things are going to be coming out that needs to be coming out. Just when it comes to like I said, the communications, the drives, the goals, the nervousness, all this is coming out for what? To have a physical, mental, and spiritual poopy, right? Or shit, if you like. Things are coming out to be let out. So suppressing it, doesn't do good, right? About to go take a poop and be like, hey, I don't want to poop no more. Let me hold this in. Does that make you feel good? No. So, sun's being poured through the heart. So, wow, look, our soul is at 0 degrees. So there's a new beginning, a new beginning to occur if you would like to let go of the past. So I know I've been even catching myself working on it. Like anytime I'm speaking on something from the past, I just stop. I'm like, I don't even know about that no more. Who's him? Who are you? Or I used to do who? What? I don't remember that. Right. So really just being present in the moment to move forward. So nurturing yourself with some philosophy or just some foreign films, some foreign music. Somebody might be like, oh man, I'm listening to K-pop. I thought I would have never listened to K-pop. Or I don't even know I said K-pop, right? And I thought I would be the one to be a spokesperson or to want to be a public speaker. But funny thing is, they found out that they were just afraid to speak, or they just kind of wanted to stay away. So, finding ways to nurture oneself to be comfortable with getting uncomfortable.
Yes. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, mate. Islam.
Yes. And that's confirmed by Brother Terrell with the sauce. So if he said that, you know it's sauce.
I am here, brothers.
it's so hilarious because that was the last one. And it's so funny because I'm looking at both a +1 in the essential dignities for Mars and Moon, and they're both in their own phase, right? So I just think that's interesting. You to add on to your K-pop reference, I said, or maybe they'll listen to someone like Ray Wiley Hubbard and had no idea, like, man, hold on, because that's what happened to me some years ago when I'm listening to Mr. Misunderstood by Eric Church. And then he mentions Elvis Costello, Ray Wiley Hubbard, and thank Jeff Tweedy's One Bad Mother. Like, let me look these people up, because even though it's a country song, I can tell when someone's giving reference to performers or artists that they look up to. And when I looked up, Elvis Costello, Ray Wiley Hubbard, and Jeff Tweedy, I liked Ray Wiley Hubbard the most out of the three of them. And it's like, wow, you know what I mean? One of my favorite, well, I got a few favorites from Ray Wiley Hubbard. So maybe I can encourage that for the 21st December 2022, that you could listen to some Ray Wiley Hubbard. It's so funny. The one that actually got some like groove to it, even though it's most of his joints. But Ray Wiley Hubbard, RayWyliehubBard, Ray Wiley Hubbard. It's Snake Farm, and it's just, when you really see how he performs and his voice and how just laid back he is when he's performing, you're gonna be like, okay, I get it now. I see why someone like Eric Church would like that. You know what I mean? So what you get to really see when listening to certain country music, you can see the reflection of kind of a guitar playing NWA, sort of. It's got that energy. What's the real NWA?
Yeah, I'll confer to that, because whatever the lyric that you said, I definitely had a riff for it, and it's quote unquote country tone. I yield.
Indeed, bro, indeed. Well, look, man, we about to close on now. Let me actually stop the screen share here. Hey, bro, I know it's been that kind of a day. Let me, if you want me to, bro, I can spotlight you. So I know it's been that kind of a day, guys. Normally you see our beloved brother, whom are well pleased, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay with us. However, guys, a lot of times we are there for the different loved ones in our lives, guys. So with that being said, I know we all had different things to take care of today, and we were just being called upon. I mean, people were guiding us today. Godding. We were being guided today. We were being called upon. And so what we can do is as we close out, Brother Terrell, would you like to close us out this evening, man?
Yes, of course. Sure.
It's been a very Mercurian day, for real.
Mercurial day. Yes, and what's our first aspect for the Mercury day? It's the trine of Luna and Mars, yes?
We talking about when we did it today? I think the 15th. It was Luna and Mercury when we went over it. Because actually you came in on the very last aspect of all the testimonies. Right? But that's why, but you're correct though, Brother Terrell. It was Luna trine Mercury, and that's what the energy is for the next day. We don't normally say tomorrow. However, for next day, Luna trine Mercury. However, for today, actually, after that very long void of course, I actually was up maybe 25 to 30 minutes after the lunar ingress into Virgo. And I just got to keep it a band with you, man. It has definitely been a go into details with the people kind of day. It really has. Seriously.
Go ahead. The foundation is key, yes. Very Virgo energy, yes. Indeed.
You there, bro?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said yes, indeed. That's definitely the Virgo energy, the foundation establishing a foundation is definitely the Virgo energy. If there's no foundation, there's no home. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
It's funny too what you came in on as you saw that Luna Martian reflection, man. You know, happened in the 4th and 10th house, Luna in the 4th, right, in Sag, and that was what 11 degrees 18 minutes, and Mars at 11 degrees 18 minutes retrograde. What do you like to add your wisdom to that as you close this out, brother?
So what was it again? Say it one more time. Luna.
It was Luna reflecting Mars.
Luna reflecting
Luna in
Mars.
Sagittarius. Luna in Sagittarius in the 4th. Mars in Gemini, of course, retrograde in the 10th. Alrighty, and they were partile at 11 degrees. Yes,
Mars. Okay, so that Mars is in Gemini, 11 degrees, and okay,
11 degrees 18 minutes. Yes.
Ooh.
What do you see? What is your insight?
Jupiter. Where's Jupiter? Jupiter is 29 degrees.
It actually
Jupiter's in Aries. Actually,
it's in Aries.
Oh yes,
by
okay.
the 21st. Yeah.
Jupiter's in Aries now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Jupiter? What house is Jupiter in on this aspect?
It's interesting. If it was Capricorn, no. Hey, yo, you're hilarious. If Mars was in, I'm going to say that it was probably the 8th house, if not the 9th. So somewhere in the 8th and 9th. I think, matter of fact, let me double check because I still have it up. It was the 8th house.
Okay.
It was
yeah.
8th house.
All right.
And yes, Leo was the rising there, and the sun is in Capricorn.
Oh gosh. So then, yeah, sun. Where's the sun? Of course, the sun is
Capricorn.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, this should just be this is just to really consider self, right? And then the foundation of self. Okay, so again, like we were speaking on the Virgo energy, Virgo needs a foundation for something to be built. Mercury is ruling both Gemini and Virgo. Mars is in Gemini, right? So Mercury is giving Mars some sort of energy. It's positiveship, they call it, right? So look at where Mercury is. Mercury's in Capricorn, right? So yeah, this is really just connecting to the ancestral estate and what that really is and who you really are. We aren't talking tribal affiliations, because that's just basically putting yourself in a form of slavery, so to speak. And we're basically removing ourselves from voluntary servitude with this moon opposed Mars energy. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I would say with that.
All righty, man. Hey, that was excellent, bro. I mean, we always appreciate that sauce. Your wisdom, bro. Honestly. So with that
soul sauce.
I know, right? And then Friday we got coming up for the it's the impromptu improv for Friday. What we have coming up again. We were speaking about it earlier because we're doing a lot of FEEQ. Again, FEEQ is FIQ, which is jurisprudence. So when we were in the mode about jurisprudence today and with our brothers, on the Zoom and just going over these jurisprudent concepts, Brother R was like, yo, we need to come up with Jesus is white ex officio. I said, that would be amazing. So that's going to be the title. Jesus is white ex officio. For scholars, that is hilariously accurate. For scholars. However, for that 85% that just want to be cool and dragging, thugging and drugging, we already know there's going to be some hurt feelings because the ears are sensitive to the truth we speak. However, we
laughs and scholar boys.
What'd you say?
I said laughs and scholar.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we trust, though, you cannot be offended by our presentations or the way we say things. What we're actually doing is giving you that which is necessary to free yourself without following us. We're not leader guys. We're not responsible for the decisions that grown people make. What is necessary is that you take your place amongst the affairs pertaining to minds. And with that, guys, go to 7HealStar.com. All righty, make sure you sign up for our email list. Go and get the email for this and Intuition Monday that's going to come out to you next day, which is Thursday. So you can have that for yourselves, and we're going to share this all over social media as necessary. And join us for our next 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, where we're going to go in on the 21st to the 22nd to the 28th. All righty, December 2022, right? Giving you your next to last before we do after that, right? The 28th, probably to the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, January. So giving you guys that energy there also. And you can join Brother Sean Linell, and Brother Terrell Tamari Bay next Ilowa, Raphael, Odin's Day, termed Wednesday. And we look forward to you guys scheduling your Mirror Astro Literacy sessions, as well as getting your mental magician reports. And with that, I and my beloved brothers in whom are well pleased, we're going to
my man's got a head built like Caruso from the Lakers over there.
What'd you say? What'd you say, bro?
Nah, Brother Jag, was with one of his brothers. Yo, he got a head like Caruso from the Lakers.
Dude,
yo.
silly, yo. Why are you? Yo, stop, yo.
Hilarious.
But it's all up, man. You know, jokes, bro.
The beat.
Pardon me on that, bro.
Hilarious. I love my brothers.
Let's get all over on him. That's what I'm about to do.
Jesus. That's dirty, man. That's T-Dirty.
Yeah, what's the deal?
What's
Peace,
good,
bro.
T-Dirty? What's good with you, man? How you doing, bro? Y'all travel
I'm
safe.
good, buddy. I'm good. I'm living.
Indeed. Islam, bro. Well, with that, y'all, we say to you all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, y'all.
Peace.